Welcome back to Microblading's lesson. Today, we move to lesson 10, one of the basic strokes lessons. We'll break it into smaller parts to practice together, everyone. Please turn to page 8. Victor wants you to master 2 strokes today. These are the outer arc and outline strokes, the C-shaped stroke curving outwards, usually at the client's eyebrow front. The next stroke, in the eyebrow's middle, is the C-shaped stroke curving inwards. For this, we'll practice both single and multi-needles, simulated with a pencil. First, using the single pencil, we have 2 directions, one pulling towards yourself. Then we will photocopy the image onto another sheet and practice the direction flicking outwards. Alright, now, please watch as I use the single needle. Okay, for this exercise, you will first go in the direction towards yourself using the single needle. It's very easy, isn't it? Try to make the stroke smooth, create emphasis, and then flick off at the tip. This stroke only extends from here to here. It doesn't go all the way down here, alright? It just goes from here to here. Now, watch as I do it a bit on the outside. There, I can trace over it. Can you see it now? The stroke can have variations like this. It might curve slightly or curve a bit more. But for your stroke, try to make a single line from the outside in and keep it smooth like this. Now let's move on to the second stroke. Try to practice following this stroke. There, the third stroke. Alright. Take another look from the outside for better visibility. See, it's very easy to draw. Just go in one direction towards yourself. Now for the second direction, the stroke will go from down here, and your hand needs to be anchored in the middle. Then we go from the inside out, glide gradually and stop here, alright? I'll draw it outside so you can see clearly. Then as I go up here, I stop my hand, and the stroke tapers off smoothly, okay? Take another look. Don't let your finger get too close to the stroke, otherwise your hand will bump into your finger. Your finger needs to move outwards just a little bit. See that? My finger moves outwards a little. Then we glide gently, go up and stop. There, now let's do it outside. Glide gently upwards and slowly, gradually come to a stop, don't flick it. Or you might find your hand shaking at the tip here. Alright, curve it up a bit more. Got it? Once you've managed the outer C stroke in both directions, remember, make only one stroke. Let me repeat, from top to bottom, pull a single stroke, creating slenderness at both ends and in the middle. We want a smooth boldness in one stroke. When we flick outwards, we also create softness and a cohesive shape. For the second stroke, the curved inner one, we do it similarly, with 2 directions. One is pulling it towards the vase's center, the other is flicking it outwards. Now, please watch closely. For this stroke, we'll start by moving towards the center of the vase, using one brush to begin. Try your best to do it in a single stroke. I'll do it outside here so you can all see. If needed, you can make the curve a little more pronounced. Now, the second stroke is the flick from the inside out. Let's outline it first. With the single needle, I'll demonstrate on fake skin for you to observe, moving from the inside out. Try to make your stroke soft and smooth. Now, let's move on to the multi-needle. Earlier, you watched how to use the single needle. Now, let's take another look together at how to use the multi-needle. 2 directions, pulling to the center and flicking out with the multi-needle. Now, please watch the first stroke. Okay, let's switch to the multi-needle. Previously, when we learned the chicken feather brush technique, this flicking outwards is exactly the same. Please note this C shape isn't too curved or too long, so it's not too difficult. Now we'll place the pen and wheel. Trace along the stroke I've already described for you. When you get to this point, gently lift your hand, move it like this, and pull in the direction towards the center of the vase first. There, you can watch me do it out here. This is a C-shaped stroke. If you find it too faint, just go over it again. There you go. Now, we'll flick the stroke outwards, from the inside out, like this. The trick is to go slowly, take your time, and gently rotate the pen. Keep going like that. Let's keep practicing tracing. Alright, I'll do a stroke for you to see. Try to be gentle. This stroke is still a bit shaky. See, can you spot it? But this stroke here is smoother, so we'll use this one as the standard. Okay. So now I'll move on to the fake skin for you to observe. When you practice on fake skin, it's actually even easier. It's just like when we practice on paper, but as I mentioned before, fake skin has elasticity, so sometimes your strokes will turn out even better. The key is that you have to keep this axis at 90 degrees. Gently now, make it a little bit longer. There you go. If you press lightly in the middle, your stroke will be very fine and sharp. Let's increase the curve. Got it? It's not hard to do this stroke, is it? Try to create a smooth, taut line like this. That's good. Now, flick upwards from below. There, try your best. This tip is a bit tricky, so don't let your hand shake or tremble. You need to follow the direction of the machine, then you can glide it very smoothly. That's it, just a gentle stroke, and it's fine if it's a little longer. It's fine if it's a bit more curved as well. That's just my personal preference. You can control the direction of the stroke flexibly like that. Remember, you need to gently rotate the paper and lightly turn your pencil this way. The lines you create will be a bit softer. For those of you who use the pen a lot but still aren't used to it, you can shorten the length of the stroke to make it smoother. Step by step, with practice, you'll be able to draw longer strokes. Now, let's move on and watch as I demonstrate the second stroke. With the multi-needle, we'll also work from the outside in. Now I'll demonstrate the outer stroke for you to observe. And for the second stroke, we'll flick from the inside out. Now I'll use the multi-needle on fake skin so you can watch closely. First, we'll pull the stroke towards ourselves. You can see that the strokes are much sharper and clearer when using the multi-needle, can't you? The second stroke goes from the inside out, flicking outward. There you go. Try to make your strokes really fine and smooth, with both ends very sharp. So, I've just shown you all the first 2 strokes using 2 different methods. the single needle and the multi-needle. And we have two directions, pulling towards yourself and flicking outwards, both done very skillfully. Depending on your ability, if you're a beginner and not yet skilled, you can just stick to the first direction, which is pulling towards yourself. Pulling towards yourself is always the easiest way for us to do it. And when you've improved your skills and level, you can both pull in and flick out. So these are the two levels that I'm sharing with all of you. Just base your practice on your actual ability. Don't put too much pressure on yourself when doing this exercise. All you need to do is submit your work diligently so the teachers can give you feedback.